Hello, hope all is well. Recap of last time? I have big scary rebels. I'm going to deal with them. Oh yeah, and I took out about half of the natives around here. So, yeah, okay. I got the music properly shuffling. I thought it was on contextual shuffle for a second there. So the next target is Itchisy. Once I take this, I'll have the backwater alligator swamp of America, which is great. Oh no! When I said big scary rebels, apparently this was it. Wow. What are these guys doing here? That's almost scary. I could just start a war with HSC using just my free company, if I'm honest. It's literally just cut. What the hell is they called? Kofitachekwi. These guys. And they're only in a confederation with Chiska. Who are these guys here? So that would connect my lands and give me another one to thing. So I can declare a couple wars. Chiska is in a coalition against me. So I can't actually declare, so I'll just have to deal with Chiska being the only one in the coalition against me. While I take out... Oh, someone else has joined a coalition. Oh no. Who's that? Oh no, all these people joined a coalition. Surely that means that I'll have to fight them all together now. Anyway, I want to get this war started. Yes, it's foolhardy to start a war while I'm still coring everything and I've got high war exhaustion. Why do you ask? So, let's see, where's Wyoming Valley? I'm in it. I want my points to build up so I can get Wyoming Valley to be expanded. So, who am I actually in a war with? Let's see. Itchisy, Kofetachekwi, and Satapo. Because Satapo was in a alliance with Etowah, and this guy was in my coalition? Ah, I don't know. I don't think I need to know. The only important thing is that I could just take all their lands. That's what I'm bothered about. And these will all call 1504. So if I can just make the war last 2 years. So yeah, I need this to be discovered. Let's take another 411. I want my Republican tradition to build up. Plus I want a decent trait 1. Ship durability is not that. Oops, I didn't mean to move off there. Doesn't matter. Also, all of the assaulting of all the forts means that I'm down in my manpower, which is fine. I don't need manpower right now. I need provinces. Give me that America. So again, just this is currently stated. That doesn't mean that's all that's going to be stated. It's just what I can currently afford based on what I have going on. I would like a You need inflation reduction that doesn't cost a lot. I have a lot of money. I'd like an inflation guy that costs a lot. There we go. Well, I feel like this war's not going to take 2 years. So Etowah have troops still. Satapai have no troops, but still don't accept. Okay, whatever. It's fine. Diplomatic insult, CB. Wait, who just diplomatically insulted? I skipped past it. Conquest, conquest. Conquest. Manhattan has diplomatic insult against Seneca as well. Seneca, are you really sure you want to do that? I can literally defer this war. This one can just sit here. As long as I've got my free company nearby, they shouldn't want to bring troops. However, Seneca wants to be a big boy. So I can either use diplomatic insult or conquest. I gain more prestige from diplomatic insult. It's a superiority war, which does allow the taking of provinces. However, this guy next to him, cannot be annexed. That is Canadian. Why did I just say it like that? It's because I was going to say that is Canada. I'm going to just make it a conquest war. Hey Seneca, remember when you wanted to insult me? Yeah, well, I don't think you want to now, buddy. I don't need to keep the spy network in Chickasaw. I will likely declare, or rather fabricate claims on Chickasaw. My previous calls are all nearly finished. Mine's the one that I'm not allowed to make because it doesn't border anything that... I know, it's because the missionary is working. That's fine. So looking at the power ranking, I'm 300 dev away from being an empire. The prestige shouldn't be an issue. I should have 75 prestige by the time I want to be an empire. So I think that's fairly secured. This guy can be annexed. Etowah cannot be annexed. Wait, let's send the free company up. Over mountain? Okay. That's finished. So I'm going to bring down my main army to deal with that, actually. Now, Etowah, are you ready? No. Take a leaf out of this guy's book. He wants to become part of America. See? So the overextension is going to be heavily reducing. In just a moment. I want to chase this army down. I don't like what it thinks it's doing. Is he going to just run back to his land? That's the preferred outcome. Yeah, he's running back to his land. Perfect. Thank you very much. I'll stay the heck and snack out of my land. You're Canadian, not American. I can't do anything with you. I will just stop you. How long is this missionary going to take in this province? The answer is not that much longer. So Wyoming Valley. It's normally about 35, 36 dev by the time that you finish an institution. If it can make 0 progress a month. I'm still thinking about maybe taking economic. Because A, America works as a capitalist institution, as do most countries, but America's like the mascot of it. There's no country that does capitalism quite like America. So I'm thinking economic for my next idea. Quite honestly. This Canadian guy can give me money. Seneca is 100% in the correct region. Now, I do want to start a golden era now, actually. I was going to do it before I started doing deving, but I couldn't because it wasn't letting me before. But I've just realised I want to. So I shall. My focus will remain on admin until I finish economic ideas. So it'll be plutocratic, administrative, economic, maybe quality, maybe trade. That'll be decided nearer the time. I can fully annex this guy. Then Wyoming Valley I can finish with dip. I don't need the mill, I need the dip. Because when it becomes coal, having a high production means it's going to be absolutely nutty. Do I have the space? Yes, let's make a general. Let's gain prestige. Okay, I'm going to drill. Then that's good to go. Lovely. So I won't be putting down any manufactories until economic is done. And the reason for that is the idea in economic, which is one of these. Ah yes, Smithy in economics. Development for manufactories +1. So at Tech 10, I'll take that. And most of my stuff around here should be the Tech 11 manufactories anyway. So that'll be perfect. Let's take the stability, a modifier being removed, and the elite Republican tradition. Now I can get a good. Alright, press 2 buttons. We're good. Lovely. Everything cord. This is good. So for now I just want my main army to drill and gain back the stuff. This province here needs to gain some mill, so it will. And now you can see I've got max 5 absolutism, won't matter because I'll have minus regardless. But 20% reform progress growth, meaning I'll be able to get through these quicker. So realistically, it will be administrative divisions. I think it'll be Lockian Proviso. Not a fan of most of the other ones in Tier 8, if I'm honest. Consolidation of power will be... where is it? I can either go for broad executive powers, or new men, to bring down the length of election term. Because the more elections you can get, the more rerolls you can get to get your rulers up quicker, and you get the excess 50 points every time you re-elect. So it's a double win. Then it would be probably admin possible policies. It's one of these two possible policies. Whether it be political or moral, I don't know. That'll depend on what happens with my ideas as I go later. This one would be citizenry. Then again, it'd either be extended suffrage or appointment by committee, depending on what goes on. Quest dictatorship would be reinforced Republican values almost exactly. So they're roughly what I'm going for. There may be some changes to that, but for now there won't be. So every province will have a workshop. Reason being, of course, when I build the manufacturers in them provinces, they will earn me a lot. You'll notice a lot of them say +0 for the moment, but that's because most of them are territories. When they become states, and they have no autonomy, they'll be worth so much more. Which luckily, I already have admin done, which will give me monthly autonomy change. So does... I think it's 70% crown land is when you first get 0.1 monthly autonomy change. Sorry, it's 0.01. I believe. I'm just checking the available frontiers / manifest destinies. Again, although I have the coastal adjacency, I don't have the actual land adjacency, and it does work on land adjacency. I will now start to claim some of these guys in here. I've already got a claim on Huara, so I could attack him and Chiska immediately, which I'm thinking is a really good idea. Actually, yeah, people are leaving the coalition because I've taken out most people that would have joined it. And there's not enough people to support the idea that the coalition should exist. So they're all leaving the coalition. That's the thing about coalitions in this game. If you attack the people that are in the coalition, your coalition goes. Your coalition, coalitions. I do want to siege down this province, but at the same time, these guys are just going to run around and be a pain, so I'd rather them go. Okay, they're going here. I can sort of securely speed 4 at this sort of war. This is fine. How was that not a stack wipe? Right, let's go to Chiska, because I think that's where he's retreating to. And then he'll retreat one province away if I don't stack wipe now. Okay, so Denmark's just arrived would be back. I checked before, and Sweden are no longer part of their institution. However, they did get landship. So they've just got random provinces in the Empire for now. Ask his opinion of Manhattan because they don't like Denmark. Well, Albany gains a church. I can either have somebody help me in a big war for my first European war, or I can gain one base tax. I know what I want. I see my priorities are in the right places. I have enough dip as well to make Wyoming Valley. This should be the tick. There you go. Colonialism has appeared in Wyoming Valley. So in terms of the institutions, Portugal already have it because they do. England are getting it spread. Castile are also receiving it because they're friendly with Portugal. It's almost always in Portugal. Every now and then it's in Castile, and when it's in Castile, it's usually in Seville. I don't know. There seems to be a weird thing about the game prioritising Sevilla. I didn't make the game, I just play it. Don't ask me. I'm actually going to keep that guy. I've got decent Republican tradition income now. They might decide to try and unconditionally surrender before I finish this. No, they didn't. Awesome. Take this. I forgot to fully annex them, but it's okay because everywhere's essentially being bordered now. It's not like they can move that far. Look at that, that's real nice. I'm almost the entirety of colonial Eastern America region now. Minus what I need to manifest destiny. And then a few outlying provinces here. This is really good. No, for something called Long Bay, it's not that big a province. Let's go Beaufort here. I will try to eventually catch up if anybody has requests for renaming any provinces. Like if you want your hometown listed as one of these, or if something's been changed in a name, I will happily change it. If you see it and I need to change it, call it. Let's get some more production buildings. Again, ignore the 0.00 income. I will take Tuscarora. Then, because these two are in a confederation together. That's why I didn't claim both. They're gonna try and retreat into the endless void, which is fine. Huron are here. In my lands. But they can't move that province because they're not a roaming guy. They just own all of this. So I'm just going to fabricate that one claim and then take it. Honestly, these two can start sieging down all my provinces. It's fine. Because I'm going to win the sieges and then just take out the armies when they become separatists. So there's no concerns here. Let's just barrage to get the siege progress. Toledo is finished, which offers me nothing extra right now. I want these guys to move. Okay, so I can just do that, and then I'll just go and attack them with the Free Company. The borders are now compact, and I stretch myself through all my lands touch. I don't fear coalition at all. This is not a problem. Bring it, everyone. I outnumber and outstrength you. It's okay. I will, of course, trade in fur. I have a lot of fur provinces. Or rather, I will have a lot of fur provinces. Because also a lot of the Alaskan provinces become fur too. So I can now take Tech 8. Colonialism isn't quite yet procced because it needs to spread more. Because this province is so highly dev from previous institution, it gets so much extra a month. So now, what's the base price of colonialism before... Okay, I can either wait, or I can just take some loans. I think I'll wait. I've got no points anyway. I'd rather just wait until I can afford the techs, if I'm honest. Thank you for moving. That's a province. So my coalition is this. I.e. everyone I border in my lands. Awesome. So yeah, colonial again. Colonial East America, colonial Louisiana, colonial Cascadia around here, but only up to about here, I think. Because it then becomes the Hudson Bay node. So I'm going to have to double check the borders in amongst colonial Cascadia. But otherwise... Also, colonial California is out for the question because of historical borders here between Mexico and America. I don't know if I want to do the 1821 borders or modern day borders. I'm still in two minds, but again, Texas would be down to about here and around, wouldn't it? So, depends on how much I'm going to put in, because the original area of Texas in the game is considered here. So, I'm going to have to work it out. I'll work it out by area at a later time. I think it's my most sensible option. Also, if I just debase my currency once, I can almost afford colonialism right now. Which is really nice. I cannot afford that right now. So, Empire rank, I'm 200 dev away. I want to take this province from Huron. And there's a lot of... That's not got a next to. That's culture adjacent to. That's culture adjacent to. That's culture adjacent to. Culture adjacent to. And that's it for now. Partly because of my dip limit and partly because I want the conversions to happen. But otherwise, the culture of American is looking very strong. Again, as a reminder, this isn't an achievement run or anything. This is just, I guess, a cool run of just having fun and making American borders and just, you know, rolling with it. So Huron are only allied to whatever they're called, Oshiaga. Take more than 2 seconds to work out the name, please. And then give it a proper shot, rather than just say, oh, it might be this. There's no signs of a Spain here yet. Portugal don't show any intentions of taking this land. I wonder though, because I can check it, they have made no claims in Mexico yet, and nor have Castile. When you finish exploration, you get the ability to claim any colonial regions which are not part of your original continent. So I can declare this. It says they've got a lot of troops, but really they're all just crap. Even though Huron's Tech 5, that's the most effort a native nation has gone to so far. I'm very impressed. He said, almost sounding sarcastic but not meaning to be. Let's start to work on a fleet. Something like 20, and then apparently 10 heavy ships. That'll do. Because I do, as I mentioned before, want to take out Denmark. But this damn Terra Incognita needs to go. So that's now Danish because Denmark integrated Norway. But They haven't brought a colonist over to change the culture to Danish. Alright, Denmark, you do you. Fairly certain they get a colonist when they integrate Norway. There's something about a mission that gives them a colonist for 50 years. Or a kin. It's been a while since I played Scandinavia, so I can't quite remember the ins and outs, but it goes something like that. But the Lion of the North DLC, which was the big Scandinavia update, was very good actually. Very good DLC. So I don't really care about this. I want one province. So I'm just going to siege their capital and take the province. They can try and siege down all my land as much as they like. This is going to be a problem until I get my forts intact. Which I will have forts. There will be forts that border just about everywhere. But I have neither the income nor desire to have the maintenance at this moment in time. But I can already take this province I want. So that's the war over. Don't need to do anything funny. Just straightforward. Give me the province. And now I own Detroit. Very nice. So once I take Erie, I'll then be able to come up this way too. That's good. So now, who's in this coalition of mine? Wrong button. I want the coalition map mode. Pretty much everyone here. Excuse me, I need to sneeze. Excuse me. Right, so Havatomi actually isn't in my coalition, but Miami and Kispoko are, which automatically would put them as co-belligerents, which immediately calls the entire coalition. It's just part of how it works. It's like how when you declare war on somebody in the Holy Roman Empire, when you're not in the Empire, the Emperor will always be brought in as automatic co-belligerent, as long as they would accept the joining of the war. Sometimes the Emperor doesn't accept. For instance, if you're going to go fight Bohemia, and the Emperor is Austria, because normally they have rivalry status, which gives a 150 malice, I believe, for the Emperor to defend. It goes like, will not defend rival, or it will say like rival opinion of nation. Something like that. Let's go down here. So when it comes to the ideas, the next idea to pick up will be the foreign spy detection. But with my next set of ideas, which is going to be economic, I will have completed all of the traditions and ambitions. Yeah, I'll lose 140 ducats, that's fine. So colonialism got an increase in cost because I took a decision that increased it by 10%. Not a problem. I'll probably just get it soon anyway. I'll do the thing. Debase currency. Like this. And then I can just... So what would the White House give me? Right? It gives me, to begin with, reform progress, re-election costs, and then states governing cost. And it just scales the three. That's a very nice, great project. That's actually very cool. When I get more things stated up, my loans will be bigger. Debase currency is the value of one loan. So this will be a lot higher. So this will be a lot higher. When that's the case, I'll debase more. What the hell, Asaji? You should only be able to move one province every... Right, when he moves back... Right, he's moved back. I'm taking this province. You are not moving. Indiana is mine. Stop it. Indiana is also grain. And he also has a whip and a hat. For those who don't know, speaking of Indiana Jones is actually based on a real life guy called Roy Chapman Andrews. He's a famous archaeologist who led the digs in the Gobi Desert in Mongolia, actually. And he has a creature from the... I want to say it's the Oligocene period, called Andrewsarchus. So there's actually a prehistoric creature that's named after the guy that inspired Indiana Jones. So there you go. There's some fun factoids for you. I love talking about dinosaurs and prehistory, though. Harrodstown. That does nothing for my Floridian holdings. What I'm trying to say there in short is, give me these done so I can get this finished. So again, I want to keep my focus on admin, because not only am I coring quite a lot, but I also want to statify everything, and I'm getting economic ideas next. The fleet's coming on quite nicely. You know what? Let's start to reduce the governing costs of some of these provinces. So every province, I want to have a workshop, a courthouse, and a manufactory of the relevant kind that produces money. Which of course depends on the product. Because for instance, it's a farm estate for grain, or it's a naval manufactory for salt, fish, and anchors, which are just called naval goods in the game, I guess. I like Condotta infantry. Lance Connect is cool, but Condotta just feels best in this game at this level for me, usually. And I think you'll find Lance Connect is, so as discussed before, Condottieri is Italian for mercenary army. I believe Lance Connect is the German equivalent, which pretty much should just translate to just Land Knight. But yeah, Lance Connects were strong German troops. But again, that was more in the days of pikemen and early riflemen. So someone just left my coalition. So Nantiarches isn't in my coalition, but then again, everyone else here is. So it really doesn't matter. If I declare war on one, I'm fighting everyone. So really, I want to fight the person with the biggest coalition. Biggest federation, because then that's more stuff I can immediately annex. What I think I might do, because resetting the game can affect the coalitions and stuff, what I might do is, after I finish this particular video recording, I will close the game down and open it back up to see if it'll affect the coalition. Because they should recognise by now that there's more of me than them. Really. Or rather, they can't compete with me in strength. Which I might do in a second, because this would be a good stopping point. I've consolidated most of the cloning Eastern Americas. I'm just ready to blitz my way through once I push my way through the last few natives, and then I can get onto some proper wars. So yeah, 1511, looking pretty good. Nearly a great power. Very nice. Top of the great powers list. Until Ming adopt all the institutions, and then inevitably crumble and die. Anyway, catch you next time.